Hey guys, it's Tracy here at Country Charm by Tracy. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Today I'm bringing you some brand new DIY crafts and creations in the springy theme. It's also mystery box challenge time, and so that is hosted by Courtney of Creative on the Cheap. She brings several of us YouTubers together. There is a playlist at the end of the video. I'll also have it linked in the end card, and so that you can find all of us. And so for this month, Courtney has paired us up with a craft buddy. And initially, my craft buddy was going to be Wendy with White Sparrow Living. Love her. But she's expecting a new grandbaby. She may have it by the time of this video. Congratulations, Wendy. So she stepped back. And so as a God wink, I have Linda with Linda's DIY by Design that is stepping in this month. And so, guys, my community is very familiar with Linda because she and I collaborate lots together several times throughout the year. And so I'm so excited to be having her as my craft buddy. That's kind of what Courtney's theme is this month. And so Linda sent me a bag and I sent her a box. And so the criteria was to send for this month was to send 2 challenge items. So I sent 2 to Linda. She sent 2 to me. So we're going to open this up together and see what she sent me. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see what she sent me in this bag. So nice and pretty. She has a little card here. It says, cute little card. Alrighty. It says, how lucky am I to be paired up with you? I feel the same way. We've been crafting buddies a long time. Yes, we have. I know you will do great things with these challenge items. Your talents will turn these into beautiful country charm projects. Love ya and hugs, Linda. So let's see what she sent me in this, it's in this little bubble wrap. Let's see, what is this? This is cleaning system. Okay. Oh, multi-purpose mop pad. Okay. So I have a couple of these to use. This is challenge item number 1. Okay. This is challenge item number 2. Okay. Thanks, Linda. All right. This is a acrylic note board. So I need to do something with that. She was sweet and sent me a tiny little gift. How cute is that? Oh, she sent me some beautiful fabric. Ah! Thanks, Linda. You're an awesome craft buddy. How cute is that? Thanks, Linda. So for this round, we were assigned a craft buddy. So Linda's my craft buddy. So I sent her 2 challenge items, and I know she'll do great things with them. But we were assigned a category. In our category, me and Linda's, is wood. Yay! We both love wood. So my DIYs are going to incorporate wood. So I hope that you like them. I hope that they give you some inspiration. Let's go ahead and get started.
This is DIY number 1, project with wood. I'm using these 2 wood items from the Dollar Tree, the house and the wood box. The color of the green color is a weeping willow. That is from Dixie Belle. Just gave it a coat of that, the house and the box. Then I just took my wispy brush and just went and just added a little bit of dry brushing on there just to give it a little bit of, so it kind of breaks up that color. Now I did have a little vision. I wanted to add this window box artwork. Now this is from Essential Stencil, and I am a brand ambassador, and so I absolutely love using their products on my projects because they just have the most beautiful artwork, and they just turn my projects into just really things that I can create with them that you just really can't find in the store. And so I was kind of thinking I wanted to kind of look like the window was separated, and so I did have a kind of like a vision in my head, and it actually turned out really, really well. I'm very, very happy the way that it turned out. For that roof, that silver trim, I got that. It was in a roll that I got from Hobby Lobby, like in their specialty ribbon section. And so it took a little bit of time for it to glue down. I actually used the wrong glue. I should have used my Tight Bond Thick and Quick, but I used wood glue. I wasn't even thinking. And so I was wondering, why is this not sticking? So once I figured out, my mistake. And then I'm like, okay, I used the right glue. So for that decal, I just, put one half up at the top and then I put the other half on the outside of the box. Then just to give it a little bit of depth and definition, I just took my Kills Dark Wax and went around that and just added that to my decal. For my window box, I'm going to be using some of these florals from the Dollar Tree. I just filled it with some styrofoam and then used my Excelsior just to give it a little bit of the wispy look, and then glued that there to the bottom. And then I just started adding my florals in there, and then just how it looks really nice. Then for the bow, I'm just using my bow dabber here and just strips of fabric and some kind of like cheesecloth, just different fabrics, just going back and forth. I tie it off with jute and just put it there. Actually, I put it up at the top where the chimney was because I didn't want that. I added some sisal grass to that just to give it a little bit of the wispy look, and I absolutely love how this wood project turned out. DIY project number 2 with wood is this bunny Happy Easter pallet sign. Now, the bunny is from the Dollar Tree and it's already painted white, but I'm going to be giving it just a fresh coat of white paint. But for the pallet sign, this wood sign, if you want information of where I got mine, I'll have it in the description box below. And I just gave it the antique gel stain that I get from Amazon. Then I went over it with a candle, a taper candle, just to kind of give a little bit of resistance when I do put the top coat on. This is Briar Patch by Dixie Belle. And then once that paint completely dries, then I'm just going to take my sander and just kind of expose a little bit of the wood to give it that rustic look. I use my stick fast glue to put my pallet sign together and just use my clamps to hold it in place for a few minutes so that it sets up really nice. As I mentioned at the beginning of this DIY, the bunny is already white, but I gave it a fresh coat of cotton by Dixie Belle. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of the Kills Dark Wax as well as some of my vintage photo distress ink just to go around the edges, just to give it that country look that I want. Then I just put a cute little face on there, and I also just drew some eyes on there. And I have these wood glasses that I also will have information for in the description box below if you would like a place to get little wood glasses like this. The little heart that I'm using is actually one that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got a pack of those from the Dollar Tree. It had little holes in it, but I just used my wood filler just to fill up that hole. And then for my bunny, I just put some cute cheeks on there, and I'll add a cute little face. I'll add some wire for his whiskers or her whiskers and just make this little bunny look country cute. For her pocket on the front, I was going to use some fabric, but I remembered I had some of these burlap bags that I picked up from Hobby Lobby in the gift party section, and it was the perfect size. So I just, it was a little tall, so I just flipped down the edge of it and then just glued that to the front, then filled it with just some spring florals, and that just looks so cute on her little belly there. And then for the Happy Spring sign, I just took 2 of these giant craft sticks that I get from Walmart and stained those just with my antique wax, and then just hand lettered Happy Spring, and then just glued those to the top of the little pallet sign. Then I just added a fabric bow just with just different fabric, just rip some fabric. I used some of this green sisal grass and added that to the pocket of the front. I'll have a link for that in the description box as well. And I absolutely love how this turned out. I will be making more because I absolutely love how these turned out. This is a DIY number 3 with a challenge item number 1, using a pack of those mop pads from the bag from Linda. So, guys, what I did is I just took them and painted them orange, added some greenery, and made them a carrot. And I absolutely love how these turned out. I just hand lettered a sign that said God's blessings grow here. Just did that on some ivory colored cardstock and just ripped the edges to give it that tattered look. For the carrots, for the back, I just added some scrapbook paper that I had on hand just to kind of complete it, and then glue it here to this oval sign. Now, I got some of those oval signs on sale at Hobby Lobby. It was actually in the wedding section. They were clearancing out. They had reserved on them. And so I just painted them in the chippy technique, just not chippy, crackle technique, by just repainting them in black, and then just added some school glue, and then added some probably buttermilk paint, and then let that dry to give it that crackle look. And I absolutely love how this turned out. Everybody needs a big fat carrot, and then a sign that says God's blessings grow here. I added a fabric bow to the side, and I'm just absolutely in love with this. Linda did very good by sending me these mops, these mop pads, but this next project I had a little bit of struggle with. This is DIY project number 4, the challenge item number 2. Now, Linda really did challenge me with this acrylic note message board. There were so many ideas that I had in my head, and I just could not settle on one. So I'm like, Tracy, make it simple. Don't make it too hard on yourself. So what I did is I just put a piece of fabric on it. I adhered it with my Yes paste. I found this jug of that over on Amazon. It works really, really good. It takes a little bit of time to dry, but so worth it. I'm also using this church from the Easter Blessings set from Essential Stencil, and I'm just going to be adhering that to the fabric. Now, I make sure that my fabric has no Mod Podge, no residue or anything on that, because my transfer will not stick on there. So make sure it's really clean. And so I just take my transfer tool and then just take my time and go over it. If it, I pull it up, if a little bit it's not come off of the backer sheet, I just lay it back down and just rub over it until it's all off. And then I just take that plastic and go over it just to kind of set it. It's called burnishing. Then I take my Kiehl's Dark Wax and just go around it just to give a little bit of definition. Then I'm taking my Stickles, which is glitter glue. I think this is diamond that I'm using, and then just going over the artwork just to give a little bit of sparkle. It kind of enhances it a little bit. Then for the frame, I was going to use those giant craft sticks and just make my own frame, but I had a different idea. I pulled out this 8x10 wood canvas that I get from Amazon. I just stained the edges. I used some of this antique parchment paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. I put that on the inside as the shadow box. Then I decided to give a little bit of the lift. I wanted it to be dimensional, so I just used some of the larger tumbling tower blocks that I get from, I think I got that box like at Five Below a couple of years ago. And then I just used those giant craft sticks just to hand letter Gather Here in Faith, and then Little Old Country Church. And I put a fabric bow on there, and I absolutely love how this turned out. This right here, this little acrylic plastic board was very challenging for me, but I absolutely love what I did with it, and I hope that y'all do too. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the playlist. Link will be here at the end of the video, as well as in the description box of this video. Thanks, Courtney, for inviting me. And thanks, Linda, for the great challenge items. And we'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. God bless. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.